help you out the grid.
I almost would recommend to somebody if they're thinking that it's something that they want to get into.
Love what you're doing over at the Moto. Money, motivation, MoneyVation.
Hey, thanks for checking out today's podcast. It's me and
Holly?
once again, I hope you loved our intro. I hope gets you motivated to watch our. The intro is probably as good as our entire podcast, honestly.
He's pretty proud of it.
I'm being a fool. So today we got a great subject. I know if you look on our video history, we have a pretty good down payment assistance video as it is. Pretty informative. We wanted to expand a little bit on it with some of the more common questions people have on that, and maybe go into depth in some of the things I covered and just general skimmed it. But so down payment assistance. Did you want to add anything to it?
No, I mean, as a realtor, I've worked with with clients that have down payment assistance, and I have to be honest, I don't even quite always understand exactly what that is, other than just knowing it's an extra layer to lending. So it's one more thing that we have to either get approved as a buyer. So sometimes if they have multiple offers and my clients have down payment assistance and the other clients have the same exact offer without the down payment assistance, most likely they're going to be taking it. Not because people have anything against down payment assistance, but because anytime there's an extra layer to any lending, there's an extra opportunity for something to fall apart, and nobody wants their offer to fall apart or their contract to fall apart. So
I'm glad you mentioned that, Ollie. That's something I did not get to cover in our other video. I'd still highly recommend you watch that down payment assistance video. One of our best videos regarding the subject. But on that note, what I did not get to touch on is sometimes, just like as Holly said, if you're approved through a down payment assistance, a lot of clients, of course, naturally want to come out of pocket as little as possible, so people love it for that. But it might make the difference if you're getting your offer accepted or not. One of the primary reasons is regularly down payment assistance loans take longer to close. They're typically 45 days is the norm, where your standard escrow period is 30 days. So you're asking sometimes the seller to take your offer over a competing offer that might not ask for the extra time. However, don't let that discourage you. Just better you know all the details. That way you're best informed to make the best choice.
Well, there's a different way that you may need to approach making an offer as well. So depending on your market, depending on the demand, depending on how much activity that your market may be having, if you know you have down payment assistance that you're going to have to try and use to beat out other offers, because it's a market where other houses are going to be getting a lot of other offers. And one thing I would encourage people to do is put an offer in quick. Don't find a house that you like and wait a week before you decide to put an offer in on it. Go, see it. If you like it, immediately put in that offer. Also, another thing that you can do is make sure that your lender contacts that other agent that you gave the offer to, so that he can kind of she can smooth things out, reassure, make sure that they are aware that although we have down payment assistance, we have this under control and we know exactly what we're doing. You're not brand new to doing down payment assistance.
Well, in the essence of what I like that you said, and I think I agree with, is if you're going to use down payment assistance, sometimes you might be at a slight disadvantage, so employ other tactics.
Right.
Sometimes you might look at houses that have been on the market for 3 weeks or longer.
Right. You may offer a little bit more. You might put down a bigger earnest money deposit.
Right.
So
that might secure the loan, or different tactics or time of year. I say this, and I almost say it till I'm blue in the face, but it's the truth. Seasonal shopping in the summer, you're gonna have multiple offers, so it might be harder to get your offer accepted if it's a down payment assistance. Whereas if there's a competing offer that's a conventional, but in the winter where you might be the only offer,
right,
and that may really increases so there's different things you can take into consideration when you're working with down payment assistance. I would highly advise you check out our other video, but those are a couple of things we wanted to mention.
Well, there's two keys here. The one thing I would do is always work with an agent that is familiar with it and understands the tactics that need to be used to be able to get your offer accepted. And the second thing is work with a lender who is knowledgeable in down payment assistance and who has the savvy and is able to get you through that, so that when you do get into contract, there are no hiccups. Because if you are already in contract, that's maybe going to be a longer escrow because of your down payment assistance, 1 or 2 hiccups or 1 or 2 roadblocks can make a deal fall apart.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Holly said, if it'd be great for your lender to contact the listing agent,
right,
and let them know how solid the deal is. And common question, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth. I mean, I was once a green, brand new loan officer, and when you're doing your first EPA, you're just like, okay, I hope I don't mess this up. Whereas at this point, I've probably done close to 100. You know what I mean? That's news for that the your listing agent should definitely have to be at ease,
right.
And it's the truth. You know, you definitely want to be working with professionals in that sense.
You always want to be working with professionals.
Right.
End of sentence. You always want to work with an agent and a lender who is a professional, who knows the market, who has the knowledge to be able to not just show you houses, but to get you through that contract.
Right. And ultimately, I understand if the goal is still come out of pocket as little as possible, there's always other alternatives, you know, as far as it comes down to what the lenders know-how and ability to get you credits based off of your situation, because there's other ways to get around coming out of pocket a lot less that don't have to be technically per se down payment assistance, which will still accomplish your goal of coming out of pocket as little as possible, but it will still make your offer for the agent as strong and more likely for you to get your offers accepted. You know?
Definitely. So, who is best to utilize a down payment assistance? Is there like a perfect candidate for it?
You know, I would say we all like saving money. You know, if it's eligible to you, I'd say why not? Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's important that it's communicated that your offer might not have as much weight. You know what I mean? So I've qualified a lot of people, let's just say, for it, and in general, about a third or a fourth of the people who can actually use it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're saying a lot of people can qualify for it, but not everybody will even use it.
Right.
Okay.
And for reasons we just spoke of, for example,
Mm-hmm.
one was the how strong your offer is and able to bargain. Secondly, something I don't believe I did cover in my last subject, but important, is almost all DPAs are in line where they have a overlay where they let you use a lower debt to income ratio, which means you're going to qualify for less. So if you have a house, let's say you in a normal loan qualify for $350,000 or $500,000, $700,000, you can safely assume you're going to qualify from anywhere to 15 to 20% less using a down payment assistance program. So that's another reason why people might not use them or use them as often. So
Gotcha.
Good to know.
All right.
Hey, well, before I forget, let me know also, by the way, if you guys got any more questions on this down payment assistance. There's so many things out there. Let us know if you got any questions. We're here to help. Put it in the box below. Before I forget, oh yeah, it's official. Oh yeah, I'm playing. That's the story is actually, what the story behind this is, Sofan, he's one of our other guests on here. When we started this podcast like about a year ago, he's like, we should copyright our name or trademark it just in case. I thought it was a joke. I literally signed up for like some trademark service, paid $150, $200, whatever it was, and forgot about it. And then a year later, it comes in the mail.
We're trademarked. And it's framed.
Exactly. I got the cool frame, Goodwill, an excellent frame,
It's like a gold frame.
Right.
We're trademarked.
Yeah, so if you
MoneyVation.
if you see anybody using MoneyVation out there aside from us, please let me know so I can send them a cease and desist. I'm playing.
He's waiting on
That's
it.
an absolute joke.
He's already gotten written up.
That's an absolute
Just
joke.
waiting to mail it.
But I hope you enjoyed our podcast. And like I said, any questions, we're always here to help. Down payment assistance, great to utilize if you know what you're doing. You got it?
Nope. Thanks for watching.
Ciao.